Hello and welcome to another special edition of Unity. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. Once again, we are broadcasting from the studio, and we have a wonderful pastor that is calling in to our show. He is Pastor Donald E. Battle, and that is Divine Faith Ministries International of Jonesboro, Georgia. They're doing a big winter conference in Jonesboro, and we're so glad that they are promoting it here on Unity with Pam. Pastor Battle, welcome to Unity.
Well, I'm blessed to be here. Thank you so much for having us on your program. We're excited about this wonderful opportunity. So thank you again.
Well, thank you for being a part. Tell my viewers, some people have never heard of a winter conference. And I know winter is not just dealing with the season. It is something spiritual about winter. Tell my viewers about that.
One of the things we do with Divine Faith is international ministry. First of all, we're located in Jonesboro and Beaufort, Georgia, a very, very large congregation. And what we do every year, to begin the year off, we want to believe that God, as you establish things, it will proceed for the rest of the year. And what we've done every year is hold a One of Faith conference. The reason I do that is, first of all, winter is not a time of defeat. It's a time where things, of course, are moving into a new stage where some things die off so new things can begin. I believe one is important because one is a time of rest. It's a time where you start to move to that next level in your life. This is the year 2000, but 2012 is the year where God's going to bring order. I believe God does things decently and in order. And as we bring things in order, God's going to do some great new things. He's been weighed us in the balance. He found us wanting, and now he's ready to manifest himself. You can see it happening even with the economy.
Yes.
Things are starting to turn around. We believe that this is a turnaround season for the body of Christ. Those who've lost, God is going to restore. And so what we do, we decide to give people pretty much a shot in the arm in the winter season. We bring the greatest ministry gifts, and it's all free. It's held at our south location, which is 9800 Carroll Boulevard in Jonesboro, right down the main highway. We hold it every year, and we've had major artists from Paula White to anybody you can think of in the major international ministry platform has been in our One of Faith conference. Pastor Creflo Dollar, amazing people that have been there. And this year we have a special lineup from Orlando, Florida. We have Clint Brown. Clint Brown is a major preacher, pastor in the Orlando area, but also he's a great artist. And he has a great record out right now with Marvin Sapp. He'll be there on Sunday night to preach and minister, of course, my choirs and music staff and all of them that will take place as well. And then on Monday night, we have Marvin Sapp. Now, that's Marvin has been on the forefront. He's a personal friend of mine. He's been on the forefront of major ministry gifts hits in reference to the gospel charts. Of course, you know some of his songs. He's going to be there ministering and probably also singing for us as well. And then on Tuesday night, we have Bishop Paul Morton. Paul Morton is, I think, the leader in the platform of Uniting Ministries. The full gospel ministry now touches the entire world. And Paul Morton has been through major catastrophes and losing his church, went through a major sickness, through a major breakdown, and he's been restored. And now his church is on fire. He's built a brand new building, one of the beautifulest churches now in Atlanta. He's moved from Orlando, from New Orleans now, and he has a church in New Orleans that his wife pastored. So he can bring restoration. You know, you can only give what you've been through.
That's true.
And he's been through a lot, so he brings a refreshing anointing, and he's going to be there on Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday night, we have myself, and then I think some of the greatest singers out of Jackson, Mississippi, my friends, the Williams brothers, Melvin and his brother would be there to give us a great, great ministry gift that will bring some of that refreshing I call Southern gospel, the quartets type singing, and they just bring a great spirit. So we're looking forward to that. All seats are free.
Wow.
Now, but if you're a preacher, a pastor, we want to take care of you. If you would call my office to the North location, 770-814-9992, extension 220. That's Verna Walsh, who's my elder there, Elder Verna Walsh. And she will make sure you got seating so you won't have to deal with trying to get through the crowds to get to a seat. But I encourage everybody, come out. We have plenty of parking, and it starts at 7 p.m., and we want you to be there. And, of course, your TV program will be recording
yes,
live.
we will.
So that's going to be a great blessing for them. And, of course, we'll be streaming it, but it's nothing like being there. Streaming is good, and we thank God for that, and that's a great blessing from God. Boy, you can be there live, and so we would love for them to be there and come out and be a part of that. Again, all seats are free.
Well, I tell you, Pastor Battle, I thank you so much for calling into my show, and I want to encourage my viewers. Jonesboro isn't that far. It's about an hour, 15, maybe hour, 20 minutes, 185 North. Go out to their church. It's free. Wonderful, beautiful men and women of God that are going to be ministering to your soul. And I have to tell you something, Pastor Battle, you don't find too many people that will let you come hear national preachers for no charge. And we'll encourage our viewers, even though there's no charge to come into the house, please seed into his ministry.
Well,
thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much again. Thank you. We're looking forward to, and I'll see you there on the 29th of January, of course, all the way through the 1st of February. So I'll see you there at the house.
Yes, you will. Thank you so much, sir, and be blessed.
All right. I'm blessed.
Unity with Pam Hovey is being brought to you by these sponsors.
Hello, this is Pastor Willis of the Move of God Ministry. We come to welcome you to be a part of our ministry. This is not a put on, but this is a come on. And we come to share in our different ministries with our dance team, with our choir, and our TV ministry. And we're looking for great things to happen, great miracles to happen within this place. Come and be a part of the blessing plan.
She takes us everywhere. The supermarket, soccer games, vacations. Heck, we've had the van almost as long as the kids. She's like a member of the family. And when she breaks down, there's only one place we'll take her. AMCO. They've got nearly 900 locations, the best technicians, and a nationwide warranty. They fix her right the first time for a lot less than my dealer. People who know, call 1-800-GO-AMCO. AA MCO.
Convalescent Care has been providing oxygen and quality equipment for over 20 years. Our reliable, experienced professionals are available to answer questions or concerns 24 hours a day. We offer a full line of respiratory care equipment and home medical equipment from electric wheelchairs to scooters, and we are happy to file Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross, TRICARE, and many other insurances for you. So if your doctor or hospital has ordered equipment for you to use at home, ask for us by name or stop by. Convalescent Care. Convalescent Care. Caring, qualified, available.
Come on in to Sugars for a sweet taste of Southern cooking. You will be taken back to Sunday dinner at Grandma's house with every bite. Daily specials serving fried chicken, collards, black-eyed peas, also melt-in-your-mouth cornbread. You will want to ask for seconds. Also try one of our homemade desserts. You will be in sweet, sweet heaven. Sugars offers catering for all your corporate, church, and family gatherings. They will do all the work and save you all the trouble. Sugars, a taste of Southern cooking.
Hello and welcome back to Unity. We are here in the studio and we have on the phone with us the Williams brothers. And it's Doug and Melvin. And I'm telling you, I have grown up on the Williams brothers music, and I want to go ahead and say welcome to Unity with Pam TV show.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having us. You said the Williams brothers. That's not what you said earlier. putting you on the spot.
That's okay, because earlier I said the sensational Williams brothers.
That's what you said.
I was telling them, I said, boy, I hate to embarrass my family, but I'm going to do this. I'm like, we would sit around in my house. Dad, Pastor Daddy, I love you. I'm the baby, so don't cut my Christmas gifts. But Pastor Daddy would play the guitar. Then you had my sister on violin, Mama on the keyboard, and I was doing the saxophone. Now, our family, it didn't sound the greatest, but I'm telling you, we love the Williams brothers.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. We appreciate it, and we're just glad that the music blessed you all enough to want to sing it.
Ooh, yeah, big girl love that music. Ooh, wee.
All right.
That music will make a big girl move.
All right now. Well, you know, the thing about it, we back then and still to today, we try, to write songs and about, the things that we've been through and went through and the things that people are going through. And I guess that's part of the longevity of a lot of those Williams Brothers songs. We just wrote songs about everyday life,
Well, one thing I like about this, that y'all all got together and you started your own record label called Blackberry. Tell my viewers about that.
Well, Blackberry Records really was a vision of my late father, Leon Pop Williams. For many years, we had signed with a lot of different record labels over the years, and my father was a man he was always strong and believed in owning your own. So he talked about that for many years. And one day the Williams brothers should own their own record label so you can control basically what happens with your music and nobody else can tell you what to do with it. So
Amen.
It was a vision of my father's. He didn't live to see it come to pass or come into fruition. But in 1991, we took that giant leap of faith. And believe me, it was a major leap of faith for us to step out and start our own record label, because we had a lot of record companies that were talking to us at that particular time and offering us great deals. We had six-figure numbers on the tables for us to sign with other labels, but God had really placed it on our hearts that it was time to make that move, and in 91 we did.
That's a blessing. I want to ask you something, too. I know you see a lot of new artists coming up, and it's tough out here in this industry. A lot of people think, well, I see people on TV, I can just do what they're doing, but they don't understand the struggles, the suffering, the heartache, the pains that go through it. Tell somebody that is listening to us and hearing your voice, being an artist, because y'all are veterans in the gospel. What can you say to someone who's aspiring to do what you're doing? Encourage them, and really, what are they going to go through if they pursue their career to the next level?
Well, one of the things, this is Melvin, one of the things they really have to do is to be sincere about, about the ministry and about business, because, it's a ministry, but it's a business as well. So they got to be very serious. And the other thing is to have patience, and I know Deb is probably going to chip in on this as well, because you might not have that hit record time, the first record go round or the second go round. It just may not come. So you got to be in it for the long haul and for the rainy days. And the other thing is to learn everything that you can about the business and put God first,
That is so true. So true. And that sometimes people want to put the cart before the horse. Haven't you experienced that sometimes with people?
Oh, no doubt about it. We experience it a lot, but again, like Melvin was saying, that we tell young guys or young artists to be patient, because it may not happen overnight. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme that you're going into. First and foremost, you got to be about ministry and really believing in what God has called you to do or commissioned you to do. And also, we tell young people that educate yourselves about the business, because it's not just because it's gospel music, that doesn't mean it's not business. And everybody that you deal with in gospel music are not Christians. Therefore, you need to know as you can know about this industry before you go into it as a career, and just just be knowledgeable. Knowledge is key.
That is, ooh, yes, that is true. Because some people, they look like Jesus, but they are not. You said a mouthful there.
I'm telling you, they're wolves in sheep's clothing.
Yes, sir. Well, I know y'all are going to be at the winter conference in Jonesboro at Pastor Battles Church. And also let my viewers know about the date that y'all are going to be there and the time.
Well, we're very excited about that. We're going to be with our good friend, Pastor Donna Battle, and the Winter Faith Conference. We're going to be there on that Wednesday night, which is February 1st, closing it out with Pastor Battle that night at 7 o'clock p.m. Of course, that's at Divine Faith Ministries Church, and we're excited about it. We always have such a great time when we're in Atlanta and sharing with Pastor Donna Battle and Divine Faith. So we're looking forward to this conference. We know it's going to be awesome. The power of God is always there, so I know it's going to be there on that Wednesday night. So mark your calendar, February 1st. The Wiz Brothers are going to be with Pastor Donna Battle at the Winter Faith Conference.
Well, Doug and Melvin, I want to say thank y'all so much for doing Unity with Pam TV show. Like I said, Big Girl, love y'all music. I truly do.
All right, Pam. All right, Pam. We love you too, girl.
And can't wait to see y'all Wednesday, too.
You going to be there?
Oh, Big Girl going to be there. I ain't going to miss that.
All right. I tell you what, we're going to be singing songs from the new CD, Williams Brothers Live at the Hard Rock. We're going to be singing the new singer I know entitled You, Class Thank You, and we'll probably go back and get some of the old, classics like Still Here, Cool and Water, and all that good stuff.
Well, I want me an autographed CD.
Well, you know you're going to get it.
Okay. Well, I will see y'all Wednesday, February 1st, and thank y'all so much for doing my show.
Thank you so much for having us on, sweetie. Thank
and
you.
Be blessed and love y'all.
All right. God bless you. Love you, too.
Unity with Pam Willis Hovey is being brought to you by these sponsors.
Welcome to Mrs. Cindy's Southern Cooking Buffet. At Mrs. Cindy's, every dish is created using only the finest, freshest ingredients. We serve only choice meats and seafood, fresh vegetables, and breads and pastries that are baked fresh daily. Our tasty Southern menu makes Mrs. Cindy's Southern Cooking Buffet your home away from home. Open 7 days a week. And don't forget about our catering service. Mrs. Cindy's Southern Cooking Buffet, 4261 Macon Road in Columbus, where it's family friendly and feedin' plenty.
You love your parents, and it's hard to see them struggle to keep their independence. Magnolia Manor can give your parents the assistance they need to enjoy life. You won't have to worry if they are eating well or taking their medications properly. And they'll be in a safe, secure environment with no need to worry about cleaning house or doing yard work. Visit magnoliamanor.com to learn more. Magnolia Manor, just down the road. A community of convenience, caring, and fun.
Enrichment Services is giving a young child in our community a head start on kindergarten. Enrichment Services is providing a nutritious meal for senior citizens. Enrichment Services, a host of educational and assistance programs to benefit all ages.
My name is Japal. 2 years ago, I received a kidney transplant. When I was 21 years old, I started dialysis, and for 7.5 years, I was a patient receiving treatments 3 times a week for 4 hours each session, and man, it was hard. After receiving my kidney transplant, I was able to find and marry the love of my life. My kidney transplant gave me my life back.
You have the power to donate life. Be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. To find out how, go today to donatelifegeorgia.org.
When Bill Larson's brakes started squeaking. When Pam Summers' check engine light went on. And before Tom headed out on vacation. They all came here. Midas. Total car care. Total customer care. That's the Midas touch.
Hello and welcome back to Unity. We have been here in the studio having a wonderful time and talking to some of the guest speakers from the Winter Faith Conference. And we have one of the guest speakers on the phone with us. You know him. You love him. Big Girl loves him too. He is Pastor Marvin Sapp. I want to go ahead and say, welcome to Unity.
Well, it's a good, I'm glad to have the opportunity to be a part of the show today.
Well, I thank you so much for doing Big Girl Show, too. One of the songs that we sing so much, my father is a pastor in Church of God in Christ, Pastor Willis, is Never Would Have Made It. That is, that song, I mean, you hear it on people's ringtones. I mean, everywhere people love that song. And I've got to ask you, when you wrote that song, what was going through your mind as you wrote that song? Because it is so powerful.
Well, the song was actually written the Sunday after I eulogized and buried my dad. So it's like, you know, it just really speaks to the fact that I find myself in a very, very difficult place. And in the midst of that difficulty, you know, I realized that the only reason why I was able to accomplish and or reach the goal of remaining sane was because God was there with me all the time. So, you know, never would have made it speaks to that whole concept and fact.
Well, one thing you touched on about the loss of the father. Also, I want my viewers to know, as I said before we got started with the show, my condolences also to you and your family on the loss of your wife. I was looking at YouTube, and they had some of the funeral, the pieces of it on YouTube. Someone put it out there, and I looked at it, and I said, wow, my heart goes out to you and your family.
Yeah, it's been about 16, going on 17 months now, and, you know, it's still very fresh in our minds, but, you know, my kids and I and my family, we're adjusting well. So, you know, we just taking it one day at a time and allowing God to bring about the healing process, which He only can do. So I appreciate it, and thank you so very much.
Oh, you are so welcome. Well, I had to ask you about that one, and also I looked that you've got a new CD that is going to be coming out. So look, viewers, y'all thought that was something. Y'all going to have another song to be on your ringtones and everywhere. Tell my viewers about your new CD coming out, Pastor Sapp.
I got a brand new CD coming out on April the 3rd. It's called I Win. It'll be in the stores on April 3rd. I really want to challenge everybody to make sure they go out and get it. It's going to be a great, great CD that I believe that's going to bless, you know, the people of God, just challenging them to understand that even though they may have lost a battle, that doesn't mean that they're losing the war, because the end of the story has already been written, and that is they win in Him.
Well, you know, that is something, too, because we see a lot with this economy. A lot of our men and women of God are just feeling like defeated. Finance, the tithing, the money, and everything in the church is dwindled off a little bit. When you talk about that CD, I Win, encourage my viewers, because the way I'm listening to you, that sounds so powerful.
Well, what it speaks to is that many times we find ourselves in positions and places in which we feel defeated. And the Bible says that the race has not been given to the swift, or back to the strong, but it's been given to the one that endures to the end. So what God wants us to do is He wants us to learn how to endure crises, trial, test. And if we persevere, we're going to win. So it's not how fast I run, it's not how swift I am. It's about me making these decisions, and I'm not going to quit. If I decide on His side, I'm not going to quit, then I recognize and realize that I win. And that's what it speaks to. It speaks to not being a quitter, standing firm and winning in spite of the odds.
Well, you know, we need to hear that a lot, Pastor Sapp, because we see so many of our saints of God just going through. And it is good to know that you're writing a CD that's going to minister to so many hurting souls. And I applaud you and thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, one thing I also, before I go off the air with you, you're going to be ministering to souls at the Winter Faith Conference in Jonesboro, Georgia, Pastor Battles Church. Tell my viewers what they're going to experience if they come up there to the Winter Conference.
Well, you know what, I'm excited because Pastor Battle is such a great pastor in the Jonesboro area, and every time I come to the Atlanta area, it's just a wonderful time. So I look forward to the fellowship with the church and with the pastor. But they can expect to experience an explosive time of praise and worship and magnification of the God of our salvation. There is, without question, a word from the Lord that's going to be deposited to advise people. And we're going to do some music, we're going to sing, go preach. So just come and expect a great move. If you come with an expectancy, you'll get what you want.
Well, you know one thing, it sounds like that's going to be a powerful move of God in that conference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, can I ask you one question before we go off the air? Are they going to hear you sing Never Would Have Made It?
Possibly, but they got to come and see.
They got to come and see. Well, can you sing that for us a little bit as we go off the air? I just got to hear it.
No, baby, you got to play it. You got to play the CD, play the CD. My voice, can't you tell my voice don't sound good? You ask me to sing, people ain't going to believe it's good.
Well, I tell you what, if anybody has bought your CD, I wouldn't care if your voice wasn't at the top. The power of God is on you. Just to hear you, it is a blessing. So you heard what Pastor Sapp said. Y'all have got to come and hear him at the winter conference. Let him minister to you. And in April, purchase the CD. And some, you know how you have some people, they'll go download it for somebody. That's not helping the kingdom. Please buy the CD and sow the seeds. Pastor Sapp, I thank you so much for doing my show.
Thank you, dear. Y'all have a blessed one.
You too. Love you.
Enrichment Services is giving a young child in our community a head start on kindergarten. Enrichment Services is providing a nutritious meal for senior citizens. Enrichment Services, a host of educational and assistance programs to benefit all ages.
Today, I hope that you enjoy all my guests that are going to be speaking at the Winter Faith Conference. We also appreciate Pastor Battle for allowing the guests to come on and telling them about Unity with Pam, and also his assistant, Miss Linda Torrance, at their church for making their arrangements for us. We appreciate them. We're looking forward to being at Define Faith in Jonesboro, Georgia. I cannot wait. And I'm telling you, I encourage all my viewers that you like the Williams Brothers, you like Marvin Sapp. They have their CDs out. Buy them. Don't get your friend to download it. Buy them, because this helps the kingdom of God. As always, show love in the community.